we will do as you have asked because we need a drink.
Thank you. And how is Diane's energy level? We have run over longer than normal.
Yes. She is fine.
Wonderful. Has she stepped aside?
It is as if she's relaxing in the sun.
Okay, that's wonderful.
That was all of my questions about Dianne. Can I ask one more question?
Yes.
Is it possible or would it be beneficial to Dianne if when one of you is teaching us that you could, one of the others could take her on a nice astral trip to a beautiful place to relax and give you more clarity or less interference or interpretations in her brain?
She is not interfering at all today.
Wonderful.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
She remembered before we started that there are certain phrases and intentions that she must say to herself as she is getting out of the way.
Wonderful.
That allow her to release all worry and fear and she does not care what we say today. We believe that this will continue. Now,
and she can be more energetic and not stressed.
it is happening. Debbie has seen this occur in her energy level, in her daily life, since we have come.
Oh, that's great.
It has improved, has it not?
Tremendously. And GeorgeAnna, I would also like to thank you for assisting me on preparing her today. You come through and work with me very easily, and I have much gratitude for that, to help her.
Yes, and there are two in particular that are part of the group that do not talk, but it is their purpose to help you and to assist in that manner. And you have guides as well that work in tandem with them. It is a big team.
We are all connected as one. For some reason, I'm having, maybe because of all the different religions and thoughts on this, we are not like, say, dolphins in our consciousness. Our group, our spirit groups are not technically groups. We are all one, correct? Could you explain that in a little more detail for myself and others to understand?
Yes. It is like the water. We know you will appreciate that. The water upon this earth is from the earth as you look at it, it appears to be in separate places.
Yes.
There are lakes, there are ponds, there are puddles, there are oceans, there are drops of rain, there are waterfalls, there are rivers, and people give them names and say that they are contained in separate places. And yet, they also know, on another level, that they are not contained, that they do intermingle and connect with each other on a much deeper level during processes such as absorption and when it rains. They go up, the water goes up into the sky and then comes back and may be blown by the wind while it is in the clouds to a different location. It may start in one ocean and end up in a river on the other side of the world. This is a way of looking at people as well. The energy that is in each person is as if a drop of rain. If you could keep that drop connected up into the sky, if you can imagine it coming out of the top of the head and going up into space, eventually the entire planet, you would have all going up and then all connecting in a great cloud, in a great ocean of energy, of moisture, of water that is surrounding the earth. And when everything is up there, it can intermingle and connect and get information from others on other sides of the earth, and yet still be connected to the body that has a separate name. And we will continue with this thought for a moment. When you think of this, you know that like one lake is consisting of several drops of water, that would be like a soul group, we will call it. It is a group that likes to travel together. They have decided to work together, sometimes even work against each other, for the benefit of all. And then there are other lakes doing the same thing, other groups doing the same, and yet they still have access to each other. And just as the water does not just go up into the sky, it also goes through the rocks in the earth and can travel into the ground. This is similar.
So, okay, I understand soul groups. Similar to Friends on Earth, we have like minds, like interests, so we travel together.
Yes, and some do not stay, are not in body at the same time as other members of your soul group. There may be some who stay
In spirit.
in spirit to act as spirit guides.
Okay. Okay. Now, God or Allah or the Supreme Spirit is like, and I'm going to use this just as an example, like a huge internet in the sky that we're all connected to. Correct?
When all are connected, the place where all plug in, the place where the energy comes from. The source. That is what is called God or Allah, Yahweh. There are so many names. The Great Spirit. I am that I am. And yet, every individual is a piece of this, just as a hologram. When a hologram is broken, every piece still will produce the exact image that the whole produces. We know there are some that will not understand this, but there are others who will.
I think you explained it very well.
There is one other thing we would like to say.
Yes.
This is for those who create. Some create paintings. Others create works of art by sewing or using crochet with cloth and yarn. And if you look at the back of the piece, or if you look at the palette, or where an artist with paints might clean their paintbrush, it can be muddied and look confusing. And yet, when you look at the other side, or the finished artwork, you see the beauty in everything together. But when you look under the surface, you will see all the different connections that have had to be made in order to produce the beauty, the finished product.
As in creating a garden, there's also a person who got very dirty and sweaty.
Yes.
But there is also the beautiful garden.
Yes, and there are weeds, and there are bugs.
Yes.
And there are roots. And sometimes if you were to look at the garden from the perspective of under the earth, looking up at all of the roots going in all directions, crisscrossing each other.
Beautiful pattern.
You would think, some would not think this was beautiful. Some would think, how do they know which flower is which? You cannot tell when you are in the earth. Looking up, you just see many different roots, and sometimes they look the same. Sometimes they look different. But it appears as a mess. And then when you look from above, from out in the light, you see the beauty.
The creation. Yes. The
Yes.
finished product.
Yes. Most everything starts in the dark and comes into the light.
I think you just described the painting I have in mind that I've been trying to get out.
We love your paintings. We see
Thank you.
we see that these are your legacy. You may not see them this way, but many artists are not recognized until they are gone. And
That's fine with me. I prefer it that way.
we want you to know that we believe you do not have to wait until then. That if you would create or collect the artwork that you have given away, just for a temporary basis, to return it to its owners again, that we see you having a show. Because you have got a beauty within your soul that needs to be shown to the world. And you are keeping it hidden.
My light is under a bushel.
Yes.
Debbie had an idea that I could use the paintings to create an oracle card deck. Use each one as a picture, and we could use those as a reading deck with inspirational readings to help people.
Also, your photography.
The photography would be a separate
Yes.
piece.
Separate deck.
Yes. And we believe that this will happen. And we see other pieces as well. There are others that will contribute to this creation.
Oh, great. Collaboration.
Yes. This will assist you to gain independence.
Will her daughter, Regina, merge with her mother's ideas at some point?
We have to look at this.
I can't tell you that she has precognition. She foresaw the towers falling in New York.
Yes, as did Dianne. She did not know what she was seeing.
Regina did not either. And then she was the first to see it happening live on TV.
Yes, as was Dianne. There are many
Exactly.
who do this.
Yeah.
We...
But she's withdrawing from that. But I think it's just because she's young and she needs time.
Yes, she is in a learning stage right now. She is going through a process of having her own family. Are you aware of this?
Am I aware?
Yes.
I know that's what she wants.
Yes, this is her focus at this time in her life.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And when this occurs, she has to separate from you. Just as we spoke of Gurpreet separating from her parents.
Uh-huh.
She is pulling away a little. But yes, you need to know that for some reason, we are seeing many different hair colors on her.
Huh.
We are
Not yet.
we are
But
seeing,
in the future?
well, we see blonde, and we see brunette, and we see red. It is quite confusing. And we're trying to figure out if we have her. Does she live near you?
She lives with me.
Is there another? We see another woman, much the same age as your daughter.
Uh-huh. And what color is her hair? They actually are three.
Okay.
And I would say they're very, all three very similar.
Do they have different hair color?
Kelly has had her hair dyed red. Stephanie is a natural brunette, and Regina has blonde hair with brown streaks.
Is she a natural blonde?
Yes.
Okay. And all three are as if your daughters.
Yes, there's a certain connection where when they're around, they treat me as if I'm the same age they are when we just connect.
Yes.
In that way.
But they also respect you as their mother.
Right. Yeah. It's a very easy. I don't feel like there's an age difference, but they do respect me. And
Yes. As someone with good advice.
yes, that way. Yeah.
Yes. And we believe this is why we were seeing 3 different hair colors.
Yeah.
They all are very connected with each other.
Yes, for many years.
Is one a mother already?
No, none of them are.
One will be soon.
Someone that needs to be a mother. So,
Yes.
I think that would be Stephanie.
And we see this will start, as they say, biological clocks ticking with others. Once one has had a child, the others will want one.
You just have to find the right man. Stephanie has the right man. Regina and Kelly are at a stage where
They are not connected. We understand.